this isn't my first time making a video, but my name is Ace, and I'm the head protector in the system. And I just wanted to make a video today talking about altar roles and why they are important, but also why they aren't essential. They're kind of normalized, and I'd say most systems have them, but a lot of systems also will not put labels on altars because labels can be stressful for people, just the way they are with sexuality. And so, altar roles, what are they? They are roles that altars have, kind of like jobs. And so my role is head protector, and I'm also an anger holder. Used to be a persecutor, but now I'm just head protector, reformed persecutor. And for example, Alex would be co-host and trauma holder. It's basically just what that altar does, why that altar split off. For that reason, the brain felt that it was necessary for someone in the system to protect us and hold the anger. And so that is why I formed. That's why that's my role. But roles don't always have to stay the same. They can change because systems are going through life every day. And since you're going through life, you experience different things, and those different things are going to affect inner world and outer world, and therefore they're going to affect system roles and altar roles. Like, I used to be a persecutor, and then I slowly began my process of healing from trauma I experienced, and so I stopped being malicious towards my fellow system members, and so I'm no longer a persecutor. That is no longer my role. Now I'm just a protector, head protector, but I still hold anger for us, but I definitely hold it in a more healthy way than I used to. The most common altar roles are host, protector. I'm thinking of all the roles, but some of them aren't common. But there's also like emotional regulators, mood boosters, littles, interjects aren't really a role. It's kind of just a fact tacked on to interjects. Like, you're an interject, but usually you also have another role than that. Like, Sam is an interject, but he is a soother, a caretaker, and yeah, I think he's just a soother and a caretaker. But to explain what the most common roles are, you have the host, and the host is pretty much who fronts most, who takes care of day-to-day tasks, and there can be multiple hosts. There doesn't have to be just one, and the host can change over the years, over the months. Our host changes not super frequently, but it does change like probably every 6 months or something. But Alex is our longest running host, and he's a co-host with Jay. And then protectors are members of the system who protect the body, protect altars. They can protect inner world and outer world. Usually they front for emergencies, so I front for emergencies. But sometimes I just front because I want to too. I'm kind of a gatekeeper as well. Gatekeepers are altars who can control who fronts. They can affect or know memories, and they usually will have access to certain parts of the inner world that other alters don't. Such as, like, we have this area called the basement, and I don't have access to that, but another one of our gatekeepers, Asher, does. And so that's why I say I'm kind of a gatekeeper, because I don't have all the roles that our other gatekeepers do, but I am able to kind of control who fronts, and I'm able to force front and keep myself fronting for the safety of everyone. And there's caretakers who take care of the system. They can take care of, like, littles, like the kids in the system, or they can take care of the body, make sure we're taking a shower, make sure we're brushing our teeth, make sure we're taking our meds, all of that. And then there is soothers. They calm down the system, calm down alters when they're freaking out. Like, let's say we're having a panic attack. A soother would help front for that. And or you'd want to trigger a soother to help ground yourself and calm down. There's trauma holders, and trauma holders are alters who hold trauma and or hold trauma memories. They can hold a lot of trauma, or they can hold a little trauma, and it is some trauma holders can exist with multiple roles while existing with their trauma. Like, I am a head protector and I'm a trauma holder, so I do have traumatic memories that I hold, but I don't let them, I'm not completely living in those moments of my trauma. I'm able to do my other roles and exist day to day without having breakdowns because of my trauma. But there are trauma holders that their trauma is so severe they haven't worked through it at all, and it will cause them to be reliving it, like, constant flashbacks. Usually those alters don't really front, but when they do, we definitely need to be in a safe place, and a protector needs to be fronting with them to make sure nothing happens, because they're a very sensitive person, sensitive alter. We have littles. Littles are child alters, usually aged between, I believe, the ages 0 to 12 is when a little is considered a cis kid, if you will, and then anything after 12 is a middle, which is a teenager, and then so that would be 13 to 17, and then 18 plus would be an adult alter. Is there any other common alters? Say, persecutors. Persecutors, that's what I used to be. No longer a persecutor, I'm a reformed persecutor. Persecutors are not inherently bad. They're not evil the way people dictate that they are, but they can be not very nice to the system and do pretty mean stuff to the system, and that's typically because they hold a lot of trauma and a lot of anger, and they're not coping with it well, and sometimes they don't have the interest in learning skills to cope with it well. And so if you have a persecutor and you are dealing with them being not very nice to you, you just need to keep an open mind. Don't sink down to their level and be really aggressive to them or block them from fronting, because that's just going to make it worse. They're gonna take that as an attack against them, and it's gonna make it worse. Any last roles that I'd like to mention? For now, I think this is okay, but thank you for watching, and this was just a quick video I decided to film because I had the opportunity of fronting, and I haven't been fronting as often. I used to front most, and now I barely front, but thank you for watching.